G'day guys, my name is Jim Infinite, and today I'm just going to be giving some of my thoughts on the new Brain Rattler unique that is going to be added in the Atlas of Worlds expansion for Path of Exile. I'll be considering how it can be built around, its niche, and how it will really stand as a weapon in relation to other two-handed weapons. And this weapon was something that I was actually pretty hyped for. I play a lot of melee characters in PoE, so I'm always keen when they add new melee uniques to the game. And from the video of the Minotaur fight, which I'll put down, or like somewhere in this video, I was sort of predicting the physical lightning split shenanigans on the weapon. But overall, the mace is pretty disappointing. It's not what I thought it would be. The weapon's got like a high flat fizz, which is good. It's kind of deceptive because at 20% quality, like once you quality it up, it's actually a 450 physical DPS mace. And its DPS isn't so high that it completely blows something like Morohi out of the water, which is, I guess, its main competitor in terms of DPS. And Atziri's Disfavor and Hedgie's Era are like pretty much destroy it. You know, they're far and away better in terms of DPS. But it's a good kind of like starting point to build around. It's got some interesting things going on with it, so I guess it's alright. The most significant mod, and I'll put the items like mods up there and like the little window. The most significant mod is the 50% fizz conversion to lightning, and with the Fizz to Lightning gem, it enables you to get 100% conversion. So I think that's probably the most interesting thing you can do with it, get that 100% conversion to lightning. But to be honest, oftentimes it's probably just better to do pure physical damage because the Fizz isn't penalized by resists in any way. And that's something to consider. But the main benefit of reaching 100% conversion is that the damage can scale with Fizz mods, lightning or elemental supports. It's especially good for the gems because it lets you throw in something like Wed or Lightning Pen instead of Added Fire. But as far as gems, the difference isn't too significant. It's good, but then you have to sacrifice another gem for Fizz to Lightning anyway, so you're really like gem starved, so to speak. You don't have enough gems, like even if you had a 6 socket to take advantage of all the things that it opens up for you. Another problem with the mace is that it's awkward to build around in the tree. The main benefit of the conversion in terms of the tree is letting you get lightning nodes and extra shock chance nodes from the tree. And those shock chance nodes could help you like bump up that 15% chance you have on the mace. But the problem is that the lightning nodes aren't great. They're not particularly spectacular. And assuming you start as something like Marauder and do a typical melee Marauder tree, or go something like Earthquake, you know, going up to the Witch nodes feels like a bit of a trek. You're point starved, and it's like there's a bit of an opportunity cost in terms of, you know, you could go down to the Duelist and get some nodes there which are pretty much just as good, if not better, in that area. The shock's kind of good, but it's definitely not the triple shock stack level of goodness that it used to be back in the day. It's 50% increased damage, which is alright, but it's not worth building around because the 5% nodes that you get are kind of gated behind other shittier nodes, and it's, in my opinion, not really worth it. It's hard to build around, it's a lot of investment. In saying that, the special mod on the item, the reduced cast speed and reduced movement speed, is pretty good, and that's while you've shocked an enemy, they suffer that penalty. And it really makes you want to build around the weapon because it's got a cool item flavor, like you're smashing in the brain of the enemy and they're all addled because of it. But it's really kind of bad because you have to be shocking the enemy, and that requires you to do like 5% of the target's maximum, 5% of the target's health, like each time. I guess that's of the maximum health in order to shock it. You're not going to be doing that on bosses, and that's like the the time when you really need to be, reducing the movement speed, cast speed when you're up close against a boss or a really tough mob. But, often they have either resistance to shock or a lot of health anyway. So if you want to build shock, you could just go Elementalist with Shaper of Desolation, and that means that you don't have to spec into shock at all. You can then venture into the shadow area and pick up some Ellie nodes around there, and lightning penetration and that kind of thing. But regardless of how you're going to build for this weapon on the tree, I would be pairing with like a Vinctor's Flask to shock everything, and it would actually give you some leech as well for your lightning damage, because like in converting to all lightning you'd lose any leech that you could get, and that would help your survivability. The shock mod on the mace just kind of feels pretty underwhelming. It's awkward to build around. I don't know, it's not offering enough incentive to really go balls to the fucking wall with lightning damage and shock. The Minotaur's weapon, I don't know. I was expecting it to be sort of a meta melee weapon, but I think that Grinding Gear Games needs to go back to the drawing board. The weapon isn't particularly all bad, and I still think people will try and build around it because it's a new unique, and because there's incentive to get to those Guardian fights and get pardon me, get that new melee weapon, because it's a challenge, I guess. But it's really, I don't know, it's not that much better than Marohi for something like Earthquake or those popular melee builds, or any of the other options which you can build around them with pure fizz and just maybe be even better. Yeah, I guess the main problem, or like a significant problem, is looking at something you do for Earthquake. You might have sorry, my throat's fucking dry as shit. You might have Earthquake, less duration, melee fizz, you have to throw in fizz to lightning to get 100% conversion, Wed, lightning pen. It's just too much, and then you skip out on having Fortify on your main skill. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't see myself like building around this, and I think you really needed to be better for one of these new uniques. Anyway, that kind of wraps up my thoughts on it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this new unique coming in Atlas of Worlds. I'm sure that there'll be many others to review, so if I have any significant opinions on them, I'll be doing other like unique kind of reviews, if you can call this a unique review. Anyway, my name's Jim Infinite. Please like, comment, subscribe, or share whatever with this video. Let me know what you think and your own opinions on the unique itself, because I'm open to discussion and listen to your thoughts. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. I'll be doing plenty more PoE content, especially with Atlas of Worlds coming out, so stay tuned for more videos then. Bye for now.